All right, we're just live here right now. Aidan just showed up. I'm gonna flip my camera around. I didn't think he was gonna be here right now, but he actually just showed up as I showed up here. So, let's see him going up the steps here. We got a lot of Karen Reed and Turtleboy supporters out here.
Hey, how
How are you?
Good, how are you?
All right. And they're out here.
Richie! Got Mr. Mello coming in. I asked him if he did his homework. He didn't answer me.
That was fun.
I asked him, oh, he's close to me.
Welcome in, everybody.
How are you today?
Good. How are you?
I love your show.
All right. Thank you.
I freaking love it.
Thank you.
It is so good. LPL.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah. It's just, man,
I got here a little too late. You got here just as he showed up. So
good,
yeah, it was good. He looks good. So
yeah, he just walked in.
just walked in.
White suit.
Welcome in, everybody. We're down here in front of the courthouse today. I'm gonna try to get my my camera up on my tripod because I got here a little late, but we'll be out here for a while. No, I think you have to get a media request.
Yeah.
I didn't have time.
People were asking, so I knew you were saying.
Before you go, can I grab your number?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll be out here for a while
Go
today.
back to the corner.
All right.
The corner up there.
So we're gonna mingle here for a little while. Welcome in, everybody. Good to see you out here. I literally just got here as Aidan walked in. I got to shake his hand, which was pretty cool, and he recognized me right away. He just went into the courtroom, and he'll be in there for a little while. And then what we'll do is I'm gonna hang out here for, a little while. His court hearing's at 3 p.m. today, and then what we'll do is, stream as he comes back out. But I want to welcome everybody in. He looks good. He looks sharp today. We got a bunch of Karen Reed supporters here hanging out. It's definitely a cold New England day here. Like winter came in overnight, but we're used to that here.
This just broken off. Like we're gonna break the stairs or something with our fat asses. Such a fat
Welcome
ass.
in, everybody.
Stairs. Don't drink stairs. It's unsafe. It's unsafe, guys. It's unsafe. It's unsafe.
It's a bit choppy. Yeah, I'm doing this from StreamYard, so.
Where? Yeah, I just did that.
So we'll be out here for a little while today. Aidan just went into court. I might cut this down and then come back in a little bit, because I literally got here a little late. When I talked to him, he said he was going to be here for like 2:30. See, I can flip the camera around. So basically what happened was I got here a little late, and Aidan just walked in as I showed up. I thought I was going to have a little bit more time. But what we'll do is hang out here for a little while. I got some of the supporters here behind, and we'll wait until he comes out of court. His court hearing scheduled for 3. I'm not sure how long it's going to take, but we'll keep hanging out. Ali Reza, thank you so much for the super chat. I can't pull it up. It says I'm occupied elsewhere in life and some death. Good luck, little brother. Thank you. Appreciate that. Appreciate that so much. The video might be a little choppy. I'm actually logged into StreamYard, but StreamYard's a lot better as far as just streaming straight from YouTube. So I might walk up here to the corner and talk to some of the supporters in a second, but I just want to get everybody in. Welcome in, everybody. Was it better for a few seconds? Yeah. You know what it probably is? There's so much Wi-Fi in and around this court. Let me see if I can turn my Wi-Fi off. It might be trying to connect with some of the Wi-Fi services around here. I'm going to try turning my Wi-Fi off. Oh, thank you so much. I'm freezing today. It's literally like 30 degrees here. Hold for a second. I'm going to see if I can turn this Wi-Fi off. Maybe that'll improve. Hello, how are you? How's the reception? Is it better? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know anything about the link to the Zoom. I heard a few people tried to get it, and it didn't work out, or the link didn't work. So, like I said, I just planned on coming down and live streaming today. But I'll come over here. I'll start talking to some people in a bit. I just want to get some. It's okay because all you can do is try. Yeah, that's all I can do. I apologize for the choppy video. I hope it's a little bit better. It's better? Oh, good. So I turned Wi-Fi and I turned Bluetooth off. That's probably what it was. A lot of people going into the courtroom now. I'm going to flip the camera around here.
So,
Should be a little better here. A lot of people going into the courtroom for the hearing.
you're doing great. This is awesome. This is exactly what we need.
Am I being on camera?
Would you like to sign?
Yeah, but can you tell me a little bit about, what it is and what you're doing today? All the people want to hear it here.
So this is a petition for a recall in Massachusetts for people that are appointed into positions. And if people don't like something, then we can call them and have it.
Got it. So, of course, you're here to support Karen Reed. Can you tell me how you got involved in this?
I heard about it and I just started picking up on all the injustice and the things that didn't make sense and the absurdity at this point.
Sure. How long you been following it? Since the beginning, or?
No. I jumped in a couple of months ago and I had to have my daughter make me a Facebook page
Gotcha.
so I could follow.
Okay.
Because I'm old and I wasn't social media, but now I'm getting the hang of it.
Got it.
So, yeah, this whole thing is just so crazy.
It's a wild story. It really is a wild story. It's very interesting. It's very wild.
And it's funny how it's so black and white with people. Like, either they just believe everything that they're told, like the sky is green, okay? Or they think about it and it's like, how can that be?
Do you live in and around the area? How did you actually find out about this, and what kind of got you interested when you?
So I'm from Bristol County.
Okay.
And I just heard about it. Karen's parents live a couple towns over from where I live.
Okay.
And it's all over the place. So.
Yeah. It's different. Like you said, it is really polarizing. You get people that are completely on, either side of it. There's no really in between. It's very interesting.
Yeah. But they're starting to turn over.
Yeah.
I think that
As more things come out.
Yeah. Would you like to sign the recall?
I would love to.
Thank you so much.
Thank
We'll talk to you
you.
soon.
Yes.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay.
Welcome in, everybody.
So, what county are you? I'm in Westminster, so I'm in Middlesex County.
Yeah, Lady Law, I got it. I don't know anything about the link. I'm sorry. I really don't. I didn't really plan for the Zoom link or anything like that. All I really wanted to do was come down and stream from outside the courtroom today. So stuff like that, you're going to have to handle through the court, maybe give the court a call. I really didn't prepare or know anything about that. I'm sorry. I really just wanted to come out and live stream today. So Mind being on camera?
Not at all, sir.
All right.
Do you mind being on camera?
No, not at all.
Great.
LTL podcast here. We're hanging out. And can you just tell me who you are and how
Yeah.
you got involved in
My name's
following?
Tom DeRosia,
Okay.
and I got involved through Turtleboy when he started writing about this. And in the past, the things that he's written about has always been interesting. But
Sure.
this one caught my eye because I'm an ex-police officer.
Okay.
So when I saw all the things that weren't lining up, I started looking at it even closer. And the fun part is, how are you today? My bud right there. Hey, you remember me? Yeah. But things just didn't line up. And the way that he explained the court dockets, it just things way didn't line up.
Mhm.
So just been following him from the beginning, and it's unbelievable.
Sure.
It doesn't make sense.
Where were you a police officer? What town or city?
Small town Whitman,
Okay. How long?
3.5 years.
Oh, wow.
Didn't like it.
No?
No,
Not for you?
no.
Okay.
I mean, the people that do it, you got to give them a lot of credit. I mean, you walk up to a car, you don't know what's happening.
Absolutely.
So, no. It was fun. It was good. Went to the academy, learned a lot.
Get to meet the community, which is good.
Oh yeah, which it's a small town.
Right.
It's beautiful.
That's great.
But it just things didn't line up because it started with this, and it was something else, and it was something else, and it just did not line up. And if you look at the facts, they still don't line up.
Right.
And they keep trying to change the facts to fit something that didn't happen. And it's obvious.
Sure.
It's so obvious.
Yep. Yeah, I think I was just talking to the other lady over there, it's a very polarizing case. I don't see a lot of people in the middle. They either
No.
pull to one side,
Absolutely.
which is really interesting.
And the people that are on the other side, it's just a small group of them. And it's funny, the people that are involved with Kearney, we don't even know the girl.
Yeah.
We just know what's happening is wrong. The people on the other side, it's a small group of them. And they're the ones that are hiding and covering this up.
Sure. You have a lot of people in my chat right now. They're saying, hi, Tom. They really love you. So.
Oh, thanks. No, you guys got to listen to him. He's the guy. I love listening to all the stuff, but how you break it down
Sure.
is good. I can put it together in my head.
Appreciate it.
And again, we're all working together to free Karen Reed. Someone does this. Loosey Goosey, have you seen that spreadsheet?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Hi.
You.
How are you?
Wonderful. She did the Halloween.
You mind being on
I
camera?
just go to the Halloween party. Sure, I don't mind.
Okay.
Great.
Can you
I'm
tell
a
us?
Manhattan resident. I'm a fucking random citizen.
Okay.
My language. You're one too. Yeah,
You're in greatness, by the way.
Aw.
These two ladies are amazing. And if
Tom.
you haven't watched Selectmen's meeting, they'll knock you out.
Yeah.
Both of them. She started this fire.
Yeah, actually.
You're
Back
famous.
in April. And
That's
she
a whole
didn't
nother
stand up
story.
and ask the
And
question.
yet again, within the Karen Reed story, she becomes now part of it because of what she did and what she asked.
Got it.
Because of the Canton Police Department having some issues and how they investigated.
Can I ask you how you got involved with the following this case and how?
It's a really good question.
So we gotta go.
Okay. You're going to be back, though?
Yes, karate.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Nice to see you.
Bye. Thanks for coming,
I
Angela.
don't even really know the first time. I knew a year when it happened, I was like, that's really weird. Something doesn't sound right. The girlfriend, why would she do that?
Right.
She had to be crazy. And they didn't give enough details about it. It was very vague. And so I had a question and whatever, and I went about my life. And then once the Google search came out and I heard about that, I started following. I never heard of Turtleboy before.
Sure.
I just started
Wow,
following, and I was like,
shocked.
I was hooked, and I was like, oh my God, it's such a deep rabbit hole. And every blog, he's up to almost 200 now, and every one I was like, oh my God, what's going on? And these are people in my town. I never knew of them. I've lived there 27 years, never heard of them, any of them, basically. Really, well, one, but hi.
Hello, welcome
So-
in.
Another more greatness. More greatness has entered the stage.
Everyone wants me to be Yeah, Mom.
she kind of sets the tone for the selectmen, and they don't seem to know what's going on, and she's trying to help them straighten out the mess, and even they don't even want to.
They don't want help.
They don't want help. They don't want help.
They want to do it their way.
Yeah.
So this typical situation, this type of situation, does it make any of you question authority now and how investigations start? Are you still pro law enforcement? Do you still support law enforcement?
There's a difference, and a lot of people know this.
Yes, that's correct. First of all, I'm 100% law enforcement.
Yep.
Pro law enforcement.
Right.
Okay. Please make no mistake. All of us are pro law enforcement, including Aidan.
Yeah.
Okay. However, in any industry, in business or in government, you have good employees and you have not so good employees.
Right.
And what we see and what we're seeing are the bad employees.
Sure.
And it's unfortunate that people in positions of power have that dynamic of power over the subordinates. And that's what we have to break. You know, in the corporate world, you would speak up and these issues would be addressed. We need the same kind of protocols in our government. And we really need business people in our government. That's what we're lacking. We need people who know the right way and we need leadership, and we're lacking them. So yes, we are pro law enforcement. Yes, we are. Let's address the
Sure.
cops that are corrupt, that do not follow protocol, that cover up crimes, and let's address them.
Do you think, with your action and your protest against this, that maybe this starts waking up people in their communities? Because I always say that, everybody worries about the national election, and I always tell people that really the impact's going to be within your local environment and your local constituents. And a lot of people don't get out and vote, but all they'll do is they'll get on Facebook and they'll be like Facebook warriors, or they'll voice all their disappointments through Facebook. And I always tell people, like, your real impact is in your community. Look around you. If something's not working, then you need to get out and you need to vote.
I can speak.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I can speak to that because
we got some more people.
I wasn't very activist before. I have 4 kids. I was busy raising my kids, not paying attention. I'm one of those people who's guilty of just thinking that everything's going fine in town.
Sure.
I didn't think anything of anything until I found out what was going on.
You have a lot of supporters in my chat today, by the way.
Yeah,
Everybody's-
Look right this.
Yeah.
Look at this. Come on.
It's more
This is good.
FRC.
Over here.
So listen, I'm so happy you just said what you said because you are spot on. Okay, people need to wake up. I'm sorry. These are
These are our other friends.
These
Okay.
are the core Canton people.
These are the bad
So,
women.
These are the bad women. So anyway,
slightly bad.
people need to pay attention to who they're voting for. I have never been a political person ever in my life. I'm going to be honest. Until I was in my 30s, I would call my mom and say, "Mom, who do you want me to vote for?" Okay, that's how uninterested I was. And times have changed. We've got to stand up and take notice of who is running for office and what their credentials are. And if the government isn't required to do background checks,
Right.
like corporate organizations are, then we need to do our own background checks. We need to make sure that the people that we are electing into office fit the standards that we set for ourselves and that organizations set for us. And I'm so glad you said wake up, because I was just listening to Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes and Teddy Pendergrass, who God rest his soul, I love him. And I was listening to the Wake Up America. Wake up, people. It's time to take notice. We're not going to change the world unless everybody stands up and takes notice. Every person. So listen, a little sneak preview. I'm posting that on Facebook tonight. We need to wake up, America, and we need to look who's in office, and we need to protect our journalists. Aidan Kearney is a journalist doing his job, and Aidan Kearney should not be sitting here in court right now. What they did was they took his videos, and he has done an impeccable job in investigating this case. Impeccable. And what they did was they took his videos and took fragments of sentences, out of context. That should frighten people to the core, that somebody can do that and then send you in jail for 8 felony counts or 9 felony counts. That should shake people to the core. Okay? If they can do it to him, they can do it to anybody. That means they don't want you to speak out. Please, please do not be afraid. Okay? We are not afraid.
Yeah.
We are American citizens. We are exercising our First Amendment right to speak. And please stand up. I am getting so many messages from people that are saying thank you, and they're finding their courage. And I ask you all, please find your courage. Stand up for truth, justice, transparency. And by the way, just a little plug for us.
Yeah,
We are
absolutely.
respectful, we are polite, and we are a lot of fun as we seek justice and
Classy,
democracy here in
not
America. So I
trashy.
didn't mean to hog that on you.
No,
but
it's
you just
fine.
got me on a roll.
No, it's good.
Not trashy. And you said think global, act local.
Yeah.
And again, I had never paid attention much because I was busy and I just wasn't
Go read
interested in politics.
Sure.
But now I'm an activist, and I'm like, I'm not going to sit back and watch. You know, my husband's like worried about me and the kids, and I'm saying, and a lot of people are worried in Canton, and they won't speak up, and that's the problem.
Sure.
And I'm afraid, in some level, like this is what it's ironic that this is what caused the whole thing in the first place. So I believe John O'Keefe had some information on some people.
Sure.
And that is what caused this. And he spoke up, and he had to be silent. Okay, because they could have just, you know, once they beat him up and taught him a lesson, they could have just got help for him. But I think they had to have him shut up. And that's exactly what they're trying to do to Aidan. And what they'll do to us next. They want us to shut up. And I'm not shutting up.
Do you think by speaking up and doing kind of this type of community action that you're trying to influence maybe some of the younger generation today, that if they see that something wrong that doesn't line up, for them to start speaking up? Because I mean, I know that, like, you know, we're all getting older and we all go through our life experiences and we gain that experience, and we're supposed to teach, you know, our younger generation coming up. Is that what you're hoping, that some of the result out of this? So obviously, you know, that we get Aidan free of this. He has the First Amendment right that he can speak. The charges dropped. And of course we get free Karen Reed and justice for John O'Keefe. But, you know, like I was saying, is this something to try to encourage, you know, the younger generation coming up behind?
This is to encourage the younger generation. This is to encourage our generation. This is to encourage every generation, no matter where you are in the world. This is to encourage people to speak up. We have a democracy, and as President Biden once said, the democracy is fragile. And, you know, I forget exactly his words, but it was like, we have to work to keep this democracy. And if people sit in silence and don't speak up for what is right in front of your eyes is black and white, then you're not going to have a democracy. And you know, what's happening to Aidan, that happens in third world countries. That doesn't happen in America, but here it is happening in America. So we have to encourage everybody. And like I said, I have never been a political person. I have been in leadership for 35 years, you know, and I'm not in leadership anymore. I'm doing my fun job. I mean, all of my jobs are fun. But, you know, now I see something, I have to say something, and I use my voice. And what I'm so proud of this movement that Aidan started is that people are using their voice, and they are following the law. These are law-abiding people. No matter what anybody tells you, ask them for evidence. They'll say that we have done this, that, and the other thing. Where's the evidence?
Sure.
These people are ready to go with cameras. Okay, so where's the evidence? If somebody has done something, chased you, harassed you, there's a difference between harassment and, oh my God, somebody's putting the spotlight on me, I'm going to be exposed. All right, so what do we have going on here? Is Aidan harassing, or are people scared to death that their secrets are going to be exposed? I'm betting behind what's on door number 2. Just saying, okay? Because the facts don't lie. And all you need to do is look at the facts. So, you know, we need people, please find it within yourself. Find it. We are not standing down. We are going to continue to speak out for what is right in our country. And if you want to live free and you want to continue to live free, join us. Join us.
Absolutely. You can see absolutely some very, very passionate people down here today.
Can you talk about the investigation the board is doing into the Kearney that I read about?
And I just want to recognize everybody for the super chats. Thank you so much. I'm sorry the chat's really hard to read today, but I appreciate you all being here.
We urge them. Our next on it, we need the residents to show up to that special town meeting. We're looking at having called the single ballot. We're looking at the ballot by
Ollie, thank you so much for the gifted.
These are supporters, and we are looking for
Real quick,
that's all we have.
they went and got a ballot. I mean, a petition,
Sure.
and they got 320 signatures. They only needed 200.
For these
somehow it got to the police department. It got leaked, and someone said that somebody forged their signature. So now the police have opened up a massive investigation over a signature that was forged, supposedly, where they're just going to chuck the signature out. They won't do that. Big investigation now. But they won't investigate the murder of a Boston cop? What's up with that? And this is what they're talking about, that special town meeting that they had to fight to get. Once they got their votes, they went and they said this vote doesn't count, and the whole thing's tied up. It's again, one of those things that doesn't add up with John O'Keefe and Karen Reed. It just doesn't add up.
Sure.
Well, even the selectmen are involved in it, and they're all dirty. And we caught them with the hand in the cookie jar. We got some pretty good solid evidence. I mean, this stuff just not even released yet. That's the killer.
All right, so we're out here in front of the courthouse today, down here with some Karen Reed supporters, of course. Everybody's coming by beeping. And the crowd's starting to fill in a little bit more. Some people, you know, we realize it's a work day. A lot of people out working. I appreciate everybody so much. Thank you for your super chats, everybody. Thank you for the gifted memberships. I appreciate it. I'm not ignoring you. This is really the first time that I've been boots on the ground and trying to weigh everything. So thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you for the chats.
Somebody was going to die in cold at 2:30 in the morning. Lucky Lofton, the hero from Hampton, okay, who was the plow driver, who Michael Proctor never identified until 18 months later after the FBI spoke to him. Lucky Lofton was by that house at 2:30 in the morning with the big plow truck with beaming headlights, which he's always done it for years. That's okay. And you would have seen it right his body. Lucky Lofton said John O'Keefe was not on the lawn at 2:30. That's it. End of discussion. But if you need a little bit more, I'll give it to you. At 3:30 in the morning, when Lucky went back to plow again, there was a Ford Edge there.
Yeah.
And the Albert family has, I think, a half a dozen Ford Edges in their possession. So there was a Ford Edge there, which could have been used to shield the removal, the placing of John O'Keefe's body on that list.
You got supporters going into court here now.
2:27 a.m. Jen McCain died. You knew somebody was going to be dying. There's no body on the lawn. GPS data from the Canton Public shows there's no body on the lawn.
So to be seen. Good to be seen.
What about the 5 undocumented?
I mean, you know, there's so much evidence. There's so much evidence. You know, I have to
Thanks for everybody being here today. Thank you so much. Make sure to smash that like button. We would appreciate it. We're out here in front of the courthouse today. Aidan Kearney's court hearing. We get the free Karen Reed crowd down here. Crowd's starting to fill in a little bit more. Some more supporters. Aidan went into the courthouse about 20 minutes ago. His hearing today is at 3 p.m.
Not just jurors. That should scare everybody.
All of this.
Where do you see Canton 1 year from now?
I hope, I've been in Canton 45 years. My ancestry goes back to 1907. I moved to Canton 45 years ago because of the love my dad had for the town. And
Sorry for the lag in video, everybody. It's probably just the reception around the courthouse. There's a lot of Wi-Fi and stuff like that around here. A lot of people using their phones. It's the best I can do. I'm sorry.
That know the facts, but they want people to be silent. And then you have people
Probably better on replay. If I have to come back later, I'll upload it.
I'm hoping has turned a corner in covering this. And I'm hoping that we're going to see more of the Kansas citizens coming in. Thank you. And I'm going to tell you, there's people, I would say there's half of you.
Actually, can I ask you where you're from?
Sure. Yeah, I live in Attleboro, Massachusetts.
And you're doing independent podcast?
Yeah. Yep. I have a podcast on YouTube. It's called LTL True Crime
Oh, you're
Podcast.
the LTL. I've
Yeah.
heard of that. I
Yeah.
haven't watched it yet, though.
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
No problem. We'll see you. So everybody's going to go into the hearing here in court. Thank you so much, Susan. I appreciate it. I'm sorry if the video's lagging. A lot of people said that they don't get good signals around here. And what I'm doing is I'm going to shut down in a little bit here while Aidan's in court. I'll come back out and we'll do up another live stream. And of course, what I can do later is re-upload the video so it's not as shaky or as laggy. I'm sorry. I want to appreciate all the support here today, all the super chats, all the gifting that came in.
And so I do not, and I have accepted my threatening letter, because we know the office. We know there's two of the office, because one wrote so much he practically put his thumbprint on it. But, and that doesn't scare me. And what these people need to understand is if you tell me I can't do something, you're going to motivate me to do it even more.
Please make sure to like, share, and subscribe to the stream.
Yes, I put a 7x24 security system on my house, but no, you did not silence me. You made me louder. So, I'm standing for the truth, and I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid. And we all need to stand for the truth. This is a bipartisan issue. This is not about power. This is about Americans coming together, okay? Coming together for truth, justice, and transparency. And maybe we can just make this the turning point that our country needs. Our country needs a turning point.
Can you talk a little bit about what's happening in that town meeting that's coming up, the special meeting?
The special town meeting.
What's at stake and what's going to happen? And what...
So we have, at the special town meeting, we are looking for transparency. We want an independent, external, third-party audit of the police force, not just policies and procedures, but also the work performed. We're looking for, I'm just trying to think of something off my head. We got that. We are looking for term limits. We have a Board of Select member, John Conley, who's been sitting on the board for 34 years. We had a woman last week that cried, okay, because she's terrified. She was one of the ones about the letter, Tara Schumann. And she was frightened. And if people saw that letter, they would be horrified. But we're not publishing the whole letter because we want productivity. We don't want to go backwards. We don't want to incite anybody for what they said to us. We just want to go forward. We just put out the target we thought was meaningful. And I know you asked me about the town meeting.
Say whatever you want.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think. So we want the accountability. I should have had these points on top of my head. I didn't expect to come out here and do all that.
What's going to happen at the meeting? Like, is it a vote or
we don't know.
speech
So
or what?
no. So what's going to happen is that citizens are going to be able to stand up and speak, and they're going to be able to ask questions. And I think there's like a 10-minute block. We've got a strategy session coming up. Maybe you guys should because I don't want them to. Because we're on proper preparation. I want to get them on for strategy.
A little late for that.
Yeah, it's a little late. Yeah, good. So, anyways, we are going to be able to ask questions. We're going to vote on term limits. We're going to ask for an independent audit. And then there was a couple other things, but the most important thing is the independent audit. And then there's a vote of no confidence on the police force and the BOS. So, I signed it. They offered that particular. No, I wasn't on it, but we'll see how that goes.
How does the ballot work?
So we were told, people suggested, people reaching out. I mean, people are reaching out from all over, giving us advice and whatever. And somebody suggested secret ballot. And come to find out, I guess Kearney doesn't call it secret ballot. They call it ballot by vote, written ballot. So it just kind of votes the polls. And so, the moderator makes the decision. I was told yesterday by the town clerk's office that the moderator has already made the decision to be on single ballot, which is kind of very concerning to me because you have a town that's terrified.
Right.
And just to get them out to the meeting is going to be a challenge. Maybe they raise their hand and no one's town meeting to vote. No confidence. It's not there. It's not there. And it's going to go to Aidan and perhaps that's the strategy.
Who emcees the meeting?
The town moderator.
Okay.
And then we learned today that you can also have a written vote, but people would have to raise their hand for the written vote. That would take 36 business hours or 3 days to get the written vote out. If that's the route that we take, the problem, the challenge that's going to be is the meeting is Monday night, and then you have Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday of Thanksgiving week. That's going to be a heck of a tough time to get people to the votes. And so it's a challenge all the way around. But we're up to challenge. So we are going to make sure that we have our ducks lined up. We're going to make sure the facts. We have the facts. I'm going to give you 5 more minutes, then I got to take my seat.
All right, I'll just give you one more. The question was, so are they bringing public comment back to the select board meeting?
So public comment, it was like 5 minutes, and then they went to 3 minutes, right? So they did bring it back last week. And they, so, 3 minutes, and after the song was done, said, I give you 3 minutes, okay, Jack, next. And they're really not listening, but they haven't been listening anyways.
They're watching the clock.
Yeah, they're watching the clock. They just said, okay, you had your piece. I mean, here's Karen in tears, shaking.
Yeah.
And John says, your 3 minutes are up. Where is the compassion? Where is the leadership?
It's unbelievable.
Where is it? It's not there.
She's so oblivious to what was right in front of her.
Right in front of him. And I went and spoke to him afterwards, and he said, we're listening, because I tried to appeal to him. Now, after the meeting, I tried to appeal to him. I said, John, you gotta let us talk. And, you gotta let us talk. And he said, we're listening to the legal counsel. I said, you need to listen to your heart.
Yeah.
That's what you have to listen to. Listen to your heart. Do the right thing. I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think that's going to happen. Yes, you get lawyers, and yes, you get advice from your lawyer, but at the end of the day, you are you. And are you going to be somebody who stands there silent because you're afraid to speak, or are you going to speak your heart? This man has been 34 years. 34 years, and that's the way Tara was treated?
Yeah, no.
I find that appalling.
Do you believe ultimately the problem is this conflict of interest? That's right.
Huge conflict. Huge conflict. We have Chris Albert, who, besides that he's a nephew in business and in his personal finances, he would never pass that test. Okay? And I'm not even there's so much there. He got elected. I am not an election liar. He wasn't right. He wasn't fair. I don't know, because his opponent, who was the incumbent, had heard signs, election signs, ripped out all around town. And people I know who held election signs for Lisa Lopez had people go by and give them the Albert middle finger salute. It's not the can't salute, Albert salute. We want to make that clear. And so, what world are we living in where somebody holds an election sign peacefully and people in a truck go by honking the horn, shouting vulgarities, and shooting the middle finger? What kind of country is this? We should be able to hold signs peacefully, and that's what I want to say about this movement. We are peaceful people.
Right.
We are peaceful. We are law-abiding citizens, and we are a lot of fun. We do it with fun. People come together like this. We're coming together, excited about our First Amendment rights, and people need to get excited about their First Amendment rights, because if you don't, this is going to spread and spread and spread, and sooner, before you know it, nobody's going to have any rights.
I got one more.
Go ahead.
Sorry. Do you want to comment on the investigation or the possible investigation of the road rally and the people that are attending the road
Oh, yes. Oh, my goodness. And I know Aidan's going to comment on that because I've been watching Aidan since May. I didn't even know who he was before. This is Turtleboy for anybody, TV, dailynews.com. And so, I don't know what I'm talking about. So, I love him. I didn't even know who he was. I love him. So, the investigation of the rolling rally, okay? I would have been there. It was my dad's 90th birthday. And so but they went through my neighborhood because that's where I lived. And I lived in the same neighborhood as where the murder happened. And it was peaceful. It was fun. And the only people that beat the horns were the riding, just like you saw here, people in support. The people in the rolling rally were respectful. Yes. And even when we went to Jimmy Nagel's house, who was a key witness to this, even when he went to her house, he had the megaphone, the neighbors were coming out.
Yes.
The neighbors were coming out. And he went by Michael Proctor's house, and I understand Michael Proctor's children went up an lemonade stand.
I don't think they were his children.
Somebody else, right? But that's how frightened they were.
Right.
And
Yeah.
if the rolling rally was disruptive, disrespectful, violent, aggressive, then the Canton police would have been. Now, this is the first time there's ever been a rolling rally in Canton. I'm not sure wherever there ever has been another one, but this is the first time. Canton police knew they were coming. Canton police were nowhere to be found. Right. Nowhere to be found. So if this was such a threatening mob, where was the Canton police? They weren't there.
Right.
And let me tell you, I love the Canton police. I have highly respected the Canton police for many, many years. All my life. But this is wrong. And this has to be corrected. So whoever is responsible needs to be held accountable. And this has nothing to do with the entire Canton police. I think what you're seeing in the Canton police is what we're seeing across this country. The good cops are being silenced by their superiors.
Right.
And my fiance told
Channel
me, he was in the
25
military,
is here,
and
I
lots of
think.
people-
Channel 25. I think I saw Channel 5 here earlier too. We have more media, more press showing up now. More mainstream media. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to back out in a couple minutes. I'm going to shut this one down. Aidan will have his hearing at 3 p.m. And I'm going to take a little bit of a break, warm up, because it is really cold out today. And then I'm going to stream when he comes back out. I see him coming out from the court. He said he's going to make a statement outside the courtroom today, and we'll capture that.
Okay, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Good luck.
Thank you, Rita.
Excellent.
Thank you, Rita.
That's cool.
It's cold today.
That was awesome. I got some battery, and I got a backup camera too. I'm gonna go grab my backup camera. I'm right back. So it just started? Yeah.
All right, we're
1 second, everybody.
outside the courtroom here. I'm going to take a little bit of a break. I'm going to go down and just warm up a little bit. I'll come back out. They're going to be in the hearing for a little bit. And I have the other stream up, so just jump in that stream here in a couple of minutes. My battery's starting to wear out, so I want to go get my battery from my car and get my phone charged because I don't want to lose the battery when Aidan comes out. He's going to have a speech outside the court steps here when he comes out. So I appreciate everybody being in the live stream today. I'll come back probably in about a half an hour or so, 20 minutes. Like I said, Aidan's in his hearing right now. It's going to be starting soon. And the other stream is there. You can just click over to that. Or you can wait until this one shuts down, and it's going to bring you right into the next stream. And then once it goes live, I'll come back live. So appreciate everybody watching. I'm going to go down to my car, get my battery, get my phone charged up a little bit, and I'll be back out here in a little bit. See you guys in a bit. Thank you so much.